ever say they might kill you?
They threatened to kill my little girl, who, when I left, was still at the house.
A friend?
Huh?
What little girl?
My little girl, Alex. She's about 4 now.
You mean you had a child?
Yeah.
How old were you when you had that child?
11.
Billionaires, they're f***ing and eating kids. They're eating kids. They're eating kids. They're eating kids. How the f*** is nobody upset? They're eating children.
You gonna hate me for this one. Oh. Jay-Z, Pharrell, Diddy.
Damn! This is one of the most disturbing photos that I've seen in the recent Epstein files, and we need to talk about it. So clearly this photo seems to show what looks like a young or teenager sitting in a circle of pigs in a barn. But the context behind this photo, we have no idea. We don't know if Epstein took this photo. We don't know if this was a photo that Epstein thought was...
Minaj was beefing with Jay-Z a few weeks and months before all of this happened. But there's someone that's in Roc Nation that Nicki Minaj focused on, and it's Desiree Perez. She's the CEO of Roc Nation, and she was arrested for drugs. President Trump pardoned Desiree Perez during his last administration. And what did Nicki Minaj go do? She went to go work with President Trump. President Trump has the most power in Roc Nation right now. They owe President Trump. Now she's untouchable. And now not only that, you can see that she got the gold card. Why the f was Nicki Minaj one of the most powerful black women in the world, but yet couldn't be an American citizen? That's the leverage they had over her head to keep her in fear. She was always a slave. This might be her first time in her life being free. And what she's doing with that freedom, she's exposing the truth.
Not Beyonce running to Qatar to lay low after Jay-Z was exposed for being in the Epstein files. Beyonce has been working overtime to protect her image ever since Jay-Z began getting exposed, but it looks like she is finally done with him this time. You see, back when the stuff about him and Diddy came out, there were reports that she was planning to divorce him, but she never actually went through it. But now, oh, it's over for real. And to make matters even worse, several celebrities, including Nicki Minaj and 50 Cent, have been exposing disturbing receipts of Jay-Z also indulging in the ritualistic sacrifice to gain favors from higher-ups in the industry. Okay, so if you've been online these past few days, then you already know that the internet has been in a frenzy because of the Epstein files. A lot of your favorite politicians and celebrities were on the list, but Jay-Z has definitely been one of the most talked about names in the files. And honestly, I can't blame people for dragging him. Jay-Z and Pusha T were both trending together after their names were mentioned in an FBI crisis intake report from 2019 as part of the DOJ's Epstein Files Transparency Act document dump. One caller alleged that Jay-Z was present alongside Harvey Weinstein during an incident in 1996. She says she woke up in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z, while Weinstein had his fingers in her vajayjay. Now, you'd think that Jay-Z would come out to defend himself, or at least put out a statement through his publicist to declare his innocence. But guess what his next move was? This man reportedly got on the next flight out of the country to an undisclosed location. People are saying he still decided to leave because he fears that the FBI will cuff him up anytime soon if he sticks around a while longer. And it looks like Beyonce isn't sticking around either, because just 3 days ago, she was also reportedly spotted in the Middle East, trying to merge in with the locals. But here's the thing though, this isn't the first time that Beyonce and Jay-Z have left the country when they think something is about to happen. Back in 2024, when Diddy was arrested and charged, Beyonce and Jay-Z jetted off to Japan and stayed there for months. And just last year, when Diddy was about to be sentenced, they fled off to Qatar. The difference now is that Beyonce isn't jumping ship with Jay-Z anymore. She's only trying to save herself. And honestly, we cannot blame her. Since the Epstein files dropped, she has lost over 10 million followers on Instagram, and it only keeps getting worse.
Beyonce and Jay-Z are in trouble. The NFL has unfollowed Jay-Z, Apple Music and Rihanna have also unfollowed Jay-Z. Beyonce and Jay-Z are the most unfollowed IG account in the last 24 hours. Jay-Z being mentioned in those Epstein files was not good. And ever since that happened, these pictures have been circulating again. Jay-Z at 26 with an Aaliyah at 15, and Jay-Z at 27 with a Beyonce at 16.
But here's where things get interesting. People are saying Beyonce wasn't aware of the things Jay-Z was getting up to all these years. They're saying she was manipulated and prepped by him since she was 16 years old. In fact, this creepy video of Beyonce telling Jay-Z that he is the one who taught her how to be a woman resurfaced, and people are saying that this is proof that he started prepping and manipulating even before she turned 18.
You taught me how to be a woman. You taught me how to live. You taught me how to be a friend. You've given me so much in life. And this is not enough. It's not enough I can give you. I just want you to be happy. And every year, I'm just even more in love with you. And I want to spend every day of my life with you.
Anyway, so as I said earlier, Nicki Minaj and 50 Cent have also been going on Jay-Z ever since this Epstein stuff came out. The crazy thing is, these two had already been dragging him way before, but it definitely got worse once the Epstein files came out. Nicki Minaj, for example, put out multiple tweets calling Jay-Z a PDF file, even accusing him of doing satanic rituals with humans from foreign countries. She started it off by posting this AI photo of Jay-Z bald-headed with the caption that said, "Remember when Jay-Z said he left CDs in a little human's car seat? Your favorite artist has been practicing rituals in a satanic cult where they take humans from other countries, slice them up as a form of sacrifice to their god. You see, when your master is Satan, you must constantly shed red fluid. However, the jig is up." She then posted this photo of Jay-Z with Aaliyah when she was still reportedly 15 years old and said, "What in the F? Hashtag under 18 PDF. 50 Cent also jumped in and added fuel to the fire by posting this AI photo of Jay-Z with the caption, "Damn, they got your man Jay in the Epstein files. I gotta do a doc on this stuff." And just recently, he posted the lyrics of a song that Jay-Z did back in the day, raving about how he got an under 18-year-old girl, believed to be Beyonce, to fall in love with him, even though he was pushing 30. You cannot make this up.
50 Cent whacking Jay-Z.
Hope got a young girl, still not quite 21.
He recently posted a verse from Jay-Z rapping about dating young girls. Now, the song is called Young Girl / I Really Like You and is featured on Pharrell's debut solo album. In the caption of the post, 50 Cent said, "I know you're gonna say I'm a hater, but what do you have to say about what he's saying, fool? LOL, get your ASS down the street." Uploaded this with a photo of Jay-Z's face photoshopped on Alien vs. Predator character. Let's just get into a couple of the lyrics. He says, "Hove got a young girl, still not quite 21. Introduce themselves. Oh, you're 19. No, you're lightning in a bottle. I'll give you a ring tomorrow."
You're 19. No, you're lightning in a bottle. I'll give you a ring tomorrow.
And this song came out in 2006 on Pharrell's debut album, In My Mind. At the time, he's talking about dating a 19-year-old girl and he's 36, turned 37 December 4th. What I found most interesting is he says the scenes that follow screams of horror, classic Stephen King novel. And according to a surface level search on Google, a lot of his novels centered around child trauma, addiction, the supernatural, and the battle between good and evil. Key themes and subjects in his work include coming of age / loss of innocence. Back to the lyrics, because after he referenced the Stephen King novels, he says, "Mama don't think you should take someone so advanced in romance, you should just wait. Papa don't preach, Hove don't bite. Hove been through it, I might mold your life. Like Janet, take control of your life.
Mama don't think you should take someone so advanced in romance, you should just wait. Papa don't preach, Hove don't bite. Hoping through it, I might mold your life."
I don't gotta read in between the lines to figure out what he is talking about. He's talking about taking somebody, showing them his influence, and pretty much, honey, y'all can fill in the blank. You know, people who are going to be screaming that he is talking about a person that is legal. Sheer fact that he was talking about dating somebody 17.
Anyway, going back to Beyonce filing for a divorce, this isn't the first time it's come up, but it looks like it's finally happening this time. Back when the Diddy stuff was happening, the popular gossip YouTuber Storm Monroe, whom I'm sure most of y'all already know, he got some inside scope from someone close to B that the reason she was putting out so many products was because she knew her and Jay-Z's downfall was coming soon, and she wanted to make as much money as possible before that happened. She put out her clothing line with Adidas Ivy Park, which is no longer being sold by Adidas because of the reported bad sales it had. She then ran back to making music and released Renaissance, and then went on a world tour for the album. Just within weeks of that tour ending, she put out a whole movie, then released a hair care line, then released her Cowboy Carter album. Then she put out a perfume line as well as a liquor brand. And just when we thought she was going to slow down, she performed at the NFL halftime show and is now going on another tour again. Mind you, All these things happened within the span of just 2 years. Even during Beyonce's prime, she wasn't releasing these many things. And that's why people believed Storm when he said she's doing it to make as much money as she can because there's something big coming.
Part of the reason why they're already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood, is because Jay-Z is up next to be exposed. And it's only so much of these stories that Jay-Z can, he can pay off or he can block. He won't be able to stop this. And she knows it and he knows it too. As far as who's gonna be the breakout victim / story, I don't know. But I'm just letting you know that once that comes out and Jay-Z is exposed for his nefarious past, you're gonna see Beyonce divorce him. Okay, and she may or may not do an interview, but you're gonna their publicist is gonna release something. She's gonna say, "Oh, the Carters have been separated for some time. They built this beautiful life, blah 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 blah." Now, before all this happens, we may get another tour. We may get another album out of both of them. I don't know, because at the end of the day, they about their money first. They're gonna do what's best for business first. As far as Beyonce is concerned, do she love him? I mean, he's really all that she knows.
Oh, but it gets even crazier, y'all. Remember when Diddy got arrested and everyone was going crazy on the internet? Well, it was reported at the time that Jay had met with both a divorce lawyer and a criminal attorney. This was revealed by the popular industry insider NT Lawyer in a short tweet that read, "A twofer today for Jay-Z. He met with a criminal defense attorney and a divorce attorney. Hashtag Sean Diddy Combs, hashtag Jay-Z. He was apparently meeting up with a divorce lawyer because Beyonce wanted no parts of the foolishness, and she was ready to leave so she doesn't get dragged into it. It turns out that Beyonce was oblivious to Jay's dealings with Diddy, and she found out once we also started to find out. Or at least that's what her PR team wants us to believe. And from the looks of it, it's the same story when it comes to his involvement with Epstein. And since they have a number of assets together, Jay was trying to find a way out without Beyonce taking everything with her. As usual, people had their thoughts, like this person who said, "Beehive defending Jay-Z like he himself is Beyonce. Why care about him enough in the first place? He literally doesn't need to be defended. He's an awful person." Another person said, "Marrying Beyonce was the smartest thing Jay-Z has ever done. The world's love for her is what shields him from being held accountable." But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Beyonce's ranking off to Qatar? And do you really think she'll be leaving Jay-Z after this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.